Okay, so this is the alert system that I configured today. This is the Slack, my workspace. I just created it for experimenting the webhooks that was required for the configuration for the Grafana alert system. So as you can see, the first one is firing to report that there is concurrent access to the particular row of the database that I'm using. And the second one is whenever there is no concurrent access. So concurrent access as in two or more users. I have created an alert of um, the benchmark is like one, like more than one. If a user which is more than one is accessing a particular row of that particular um database, then it will fire this um alert. So let me just demonstrate you this. Now, first of all, I'll ensure all the Docker files are cleaned. I've been testing it previously. So lots of dangling files could have been created. I wanted to clear that. So cleaned it. Now I'll just spin up the Docker containers. It will take some time to spin up. Um, uh, in, in the meantime, this is the service, Django service, the main application. Okay, there's a typo over here. Okay, there's a typo, or it is not a typo. Okay, it is not a typo. The salary service, this is mainly for the background services. Um, it will basically pick up the bug file and then process it to the uh, database, process it to the through the RabbitMQ, and then this is the backend for the RabbitMQ. Prometheus is there, Grafana is there. Flower is not that necessary. I just configured it anyway. So Grafana is where we are going to see how things are looking from database perspective. I created a lot of dashboards, but I configured only the Postgres dashboard that will um, track what rows are being accessed and how much for a particular database. It has been configured on a database level. So Prometheus, this is the configuration for Prometheus. This is normal configuration for Prometheus that everybody does. There's no rocket science in this. So I am afraid I think my screen is kind of shivering. I'm not sure why, because I've been running this system from morning and it's been really hot over here. So maybe for that reason, I'll just shut it down after this. So this is the Docker file, and if you want to see the Docker Compose file, sorry, and if you want to see the Docker file, this is the Docker file. So what I'm doing is I am creating a work directory, and the requirements file, whatever libraries are there in here, these are being uh, mentioned over there. Then installing all the dependencies, and wait for it is one of the configuration required for the Flower setup, which we don't want to understand anymore because it is not required. So this is the main command, which is actually running the Django application. So this is the custom image. I'm using custom image for Django application, like you can see from here. For salary, also the custom image is there, salary. For database, I'm using a Postgres image for Postgres Explorer. It is one of the configuration required for showing up the hits to the database in the Grafana dashboard. That is one type of internal configuration that we want to do. So that's what it is, and that's why it is here. And all these are the images are available in the market. I've just used it. So going back, everything has been spin up fine. Now what I'll do is I'll give a, let me just clear this one. Okay, CLER. Because in WSL you don't have this CLS command. It is for the normal Windows. For Linux, there is we have to write the full word. I don't know why. Anyways, so what I'll do is I'll just give a concurrent request to one particular row to the database. So this is my loop. So I'll give 10 concurrent requests to a row that will have this report ID. I'll configure any of the report IDs, and the content would be like anything. Okay. So I'll just spin this up and we'll see what happens. Let's see how the command line uh, responds to this. Okay, DB is getting RabbitMQ celery. Then RabbitMQ is celery is passing the information to the celery, and here we can see operational error, database is locked. Why the database is locked? Because I gave a concurrent uh, access. So um, here somewhere I have, when I'm parsing the bug file, this is the file which is actually getting hit when I'm doing that loop thing. Usually it will have the S3 bucket access. We will have to get the files from the S3, and then to the S3 we will have Kafka configuration uh, done to fill up the S3 bucket. So here, what I was saying, I just forgot. I'm actually jumbling up two things, so that's why I'm getting confused. Um, so what I was saying is, yes, database locked. So here I have put one condition atomic. So this atomic condition, it will throw an error if there is concurrent control, and select for update. So here I am database atomic and then select for update. This is actually ensuring that only one record is accessed by only one request, and that request could be from anybody, from another application, from a user directly, from front end, whatever. So um, after that, while this fires up, it will fire up after some time because there is some configuration. There is a whole time of 1 minute. After 1 minute, it will fire up. Till then, we can look at the Elastic logs. There are 19 records. I'll just refresh it. Okay, I got 21 records. So database is logged. That is the last log that we saw in the command line. Here it is also seen. Usually it is nice to see the logs in Kibana, Elasticsearch. And here the dev tools, I can see this is my index, and I can see what the stubs are there in the index. So that is one of the JSON view that I can do that. If I'm not doing it, then I can go to this discover view and see whatever is there, logs. Um, Filter, I can do this filter. So So let's say I'll choose reason exist in any form. Okay, and I'll hit update. So it will show all the database logs and all the um, okay. If I'll do it like database, let me see. It will give only the database entries. Now if I'll do all, this is the wildcard sign, then I'm getting the fail status, the test retry. This is the retry when I'm inserting certain ID. Uh, that ID would give you the value error. That's what I've configured to see the retry mechanism working. We can see the retry mechanism working, but this is not for retry mechanism. So this is the log that had happened in the past, sometime in the past. So I'm not sure why the Grafana has not. Okay, I'll just query Grafana Django. So these are the dashboards that I have configured. And here, if I refresh it to, let's say, 5 minutes, okay, I'll just hit it one more time. I'll just change this ID. And that is concurrent access to a particular row, which the report ID is what I mentioned. Just wait. And I'll just refresh it. Okay, I'll just go to the Postgres and I'll refresh it. Default DB. And I'll refresh it. For some reason, it is getting locked and it is not hitting the database. Already exists skipping, so it is actually not hitting the database. So let me try a very uh, different ID so that it will hit the database. So I'll just do it like this. And I'm sure it will hit the database now. Just wait. Okay. Yes, now it is hitting the database. Report processed. Let me see if I'm seeing. Okay, I'll just remove the filter and I'll update it. Database is logged. Try logic. Fresh. Report. This is already processed. So it has already processed this report. It's already processed, already processed, already processed. Okay, it is not giving any entry because it has processed the report. For some reason, it is already processed the report. Why? Okay, error retrying. It is not a zip file. So I think the zip file got corrupted. So that's why it is saying it is not a zip file. We'll see whether this log is appearing over here or not. 23, the database is locked. Yes, this reason appeared, so that's showing that the application is sending the logs through Kibana perfectly and that the database is logged. Now we will have to see what's the matter with Grafana. So it is pending. After some time, it will fire a alert that there has been some concurrent access to a particular database. It is showing pending. It will take some time. Till then, I can show what else I've shown everything. There's nothing to show. So I'm doing that from the file system. This is the file system, the zip files. It is still, and I'll check. Why it is not firing? It's okay. So anyway, you have seen that oh, it is firing over here, and it is getting resolved. So whenever there is why it is not firing, because I think I have got a lot of files already been placed with the same name, so it is skipping. It is not giving the hit to the database. That's why it is not firing. Um, Generally, it would look like this. We would get, so if I go to here, these are the logs that is actually um, mentioning the things. It's the alert name that I configured. So yeah, that's it.